budget expectations that you can take us through. And Barasan. If you could hear me, and Barasan, I was asking you that what's the mood ahead of the budget. You have an expert with you. Please tell us what he has to share on his expectations from the budget.
Short while Union Finance Minister going to submit her budget. Here the expectation from Tamil Nadu is high, and we can see that the 2 days before the Chief Minister has wrote the letter to the Union Minister regarding the budget allocation for various development schemes, particularly the Chennai Metro Phase 2 and also Madurai and Coimbatore Metro and elevated expressway for the Tambaram to Chengalpat. So these kind of project need a more allocation, and also already announced railway projects. The fund has been not been allocated for so many years. So this time also there is an expectation those schemes will be given a budget allocation. And right now we are in a CII event where the various industry leaders are watching the union budget. Right now Chandrasekharan along with us is a industry for the tire industry. We can get an expectation from what the union budget from 24-25 for this. Hello, sir.
Hello. Now we have seen that the country has been growing at a fast pace in the last few years, and with this being the 7th budget of the finance minister, we expect a lot of action. There is a lot of good things which have been done, but I believe that the MSME has got a lot of scope to grow. There's a lot of employment generation which is possible. So there are a few things which we look at. One is the production linked incentives which the government can extend to other industries. There are a few industries which has been benefited because of this, but if it is extended to labor intensive industries like the tire industry, it would be quite good. Other than that, the ease of doing business is something which is expected on a large scale. The third point is, if we have the GST tax structures modified, if we have only about 3 levels of GST, then that could be of great interest, for the industry. It would, iron out a lot of issues with the GST council, with the GST filings of returns and stuff like that. These are 3 major things. Other than that, specifically for the tire industry, what we look at is the requirement of the industry is about 1.2 million tons of rubber, natural rubber, whereas in India we are growing only about 600,000 metric tons of natural rubber. So if the government can allow the industry to import to the extent of shortage of material, then I think there will be a lot of growth for the industry. Also, there is an inverted duty structure. We have finished goods coming in because of the FTA and other schemes. There is a lot of finished goods coming in at lower duties, whereas our key raw material is being charged at 25% duty. So that does not allow the industry to grow. So we are expecting the government to do something about this. Then there's also one more important thing. There is a lot of scrap being imported. In the recent past, the government has introduced the EPR norms for the rubber industry. In one side we are looking at how the rubber should be recycled, and on the other side the recyclers are importing a lot of rubber. In the last 4-5 years we have seen a tremendous increase in import. What was about 250,000 tons of scrap has now gone up to 13.5 million, 14 million tons of scrap being imported in the country. So we should deal with only the scrap being generated within our country and not become a dump yard for the world. So these are the areas where the tire industry and the rubber industry is expecting changes, and hopefully we are keeping our fingers crossed. I'm sure that we will have good news at the end of today's session.
As the hope is high in Chennai and Tamil Nadu, the industry state where there is a lot of expectation from union budget, we need to see it from there. Back to you.
Right.